¿Qué tal, comunidad? Aquí habla su abogado Ray Ibarra Maldonado. Happy Monday morning. An amazing Monday. Everybody went to bed last night on pins and needles wondering if the U.S. Supreme Court was going to come out with a decision on the DACA case. They did not. DACA remains in place. Let's start with that. If you can renew your DACA now. Maybe next Monday. We don't know when. Maybe not even until the summertime. But at some point, U.S. Supreme Court is going to release their decision on DACA. They did not today. However, some news that we got from U.S. Supreme Court that we weren't expecting to come so quickly, but very happy that it did, is that our case, Mr. Hector Sebastian Nunez-Diaz, was denied, which is good for us, denied in all caps, because the state of Arizona was petitioning the U.S. Supreme Court to take the case. Maybe you remember this case. This is the one from the Arizona Supreme Court that we won last summer. If you don't remember, let me give you the quick recap. 4 or 5 years ago, the Nunez-Diaz family walks into our office, mom, dad, 2 sisters, in tears, bawling. Why? Because their son and their brother, Hector, was using the attorneys at Alcock and Associates. First mistake there in the case, right? And they were told by the Alcock and Associate attorneys to go ahead and plead guilty, and it wouldn't have an effect on his immigration case. He would still be able to try to get out. Lie. A flat-out lie. They were lied to, told he'd be okay to plead guilty. He did. He goes to immigration. It's a charge that you can't get a bond for. He goes and gets a voluntary departure in the day because there's no relief in the immigration world based off of what he pled to. We filed what's called a Rule 32 in State Superior Court in Maricopa County. We said, criminal judge, our client, Mr. Nunez-Diaz, received ineffective assistance of counsel because his attorney from Alcock and Associates told him he would be okay in immigration if he pled guilty. We had a hearing. The judge allowed our client to testify via Skype and over telephone, had the sister testify, had the criminal attorney testify, and we won. And the trial court judge said, we agree with you. He received ineffective assistance of counsel. The case should be reopened. So you would think Arizona would simply say, okay, you guys won. Let's reopen the case. Let's start the trial again. They did not. They said, we're going to appeal to the Arizona Court of Appeals. So they took it up there. And guess what happened at the Arizona Court of Appeals? They lost. In a 2-1 decision, the panel from the Court of Appeals said, no, we agree with Mr. Nunez-Diaz. He received ineffective assistance of counsel, and he should be allowed to reopen his case again. The state of Arizona said, we're not going to reopen the case. We're going to take it to the Arizona Supreme Court. So we went to the Arizona Supreme Court, where the state of Arizona made the argument that undocumented people should not be able to receive the benefit of a Rule 32 even though they get ineffective assistance of counsel, because at the end of the day, they're going to be deported anyways. Now, there's 55 different things wrong with that argument, but that was the argument to the U.S. Supreme Court as well. So here's some pictures we got from back then. This is from the day of the hearing at the Arizona Supreme Court. We have Abogado Juliana here, Karina, Lerman, Aron, and then over here we have Mr. Nunez-Diaz's dad, his mom, his sister, the amazing Dr. Maldonado. This is when we had just come out of the oral arguments there. What did the oral arguments look like? Let's see here. It was, there's me arguing. I love this picture because it has his mom there in the back. That's the day we brought some brown in the Arizona Supreme Court. Put a little color in that court. And we have here that picture again. This is what it looked like to be arguing from that point where I'm arguing over here at the lectern. These are the justices in front. Mr. Hilzendenger, thank you for the Arizona Attorney for Criminal Justice who stood up with us at the Arizona Supreme Court and argued on behalf of our client. Wonderful, wonderful work that they did. So very, very grateful for their hard work. And then the other one that I was trying to show you. Let me see here. Oh, there's that one. That dude right there. That one. And there it is. So that's what it looked like inside of the courthouse. That's where the arguments happened. And again, we were so very grateful to get that victory at the Arizona Supreme Court. So you would think at that point, all right, game over. We're going to go back and fight the case Superior Court. No, that's not what they did. They petitioned for writ of cert to the U.S. Supreme Court, making this crazy argument. Look, maybe you don't believe me, right? So let's get this up here. If you Google the Nunez-Diaz case, this comes out here, and it says, whether the respondent, Hector Sebastian Nunez-Diaz, our client, is categorically barred from establishing precedents under Strickland for a Padilla-Lee claim because as an unauthorized alien, he's without any legal right to remain in the United States. That was their argument, folks. The state of Arizona, Mark Brnovich. These are our taxpayer dollars. That is what they are doing with our tax dollars. We're paying taxes to our government employees, our employees, and they're making arguments to the U.S. Supreme Court that because our client was an authorized alien without any legal right to remain in the U.S., he should not win. And they lost. Today, the Supreme Court said, no, get out of here. Denied in all caps. Absolutely love it. When we go, you put Google into the old Nunez-Diaz case, and you'll see the same thing over and over again, right? Here's the Arizona Capital Times. State asked U.S. Supreme Court to overrule state high court. Are we going to get now these articles saying that we won? Bad legal advice led to plea deal that resulted, right? KJZZ, right? AG asked U.S. Supreme Court to reject appeal of case resulting in deportation. Attorney General, all these folks here trying to say that we are wrong. Guess what? You lost. You lost, state of Arizona. What does Will Knight say here? Will Knight for county attorney. Will Knight 2020. Go over there right now, please. He says, Eres poderoso, hermano. Thank you for fighting for the community. Much thanks as well here, Will, to the Yale Supreme Court Law Clinic that helped us out at the U.S. Supreme Court level and taking on the briefings and the amazing work that they do over there at Yale. Although I was waitlisted at Yale, not bitter anymore because they stepped up and said, we'll help you guys out with the Supreme Court case. So we're all good now. We're even. We're even keel. So thank you, Will. Thanks for the shout out. And Daniel says, slow progress is better than no progress. Amen, senor. What a joy it was to be able to call his mama. You saw the picture of his mama there. And tell her, hey, guess what? They can't appeal again. Because every time I would call, hey, we won at the Superior Court. But the state can appeal. Hey, we won the Court of Appeals. But the state can appeal the Arizona Supreme Court. Hey, we won the Arizona Supreme Court. But we can't get too happy yet because they can appeal the U.S. Supreme Court. And now they ain't going to the United Nations. They ain't going to petition the United Nations to say undocumented people shouldn't get remedies in state criminal court when they receive ineffectiveness count. No, they ain't going to say that. So no more appeals. We're very grateful to everybody that's helped out on our team. It was, claro que sí, Alicia, en español lo hacemos también. On our team, Abogado Yasmin did the initial draft of the Rule 32 petition. Abogada Juliana did a lot of the briefing at the appellate court level. And everybody in the team that helped out with declarations and supporting the family. It's just a huge, huge victory for us, and we're so, so very grateful. So thank you, everybody. Luego, en español, claro que sí. Francisca Montoya also chiming in here. Thank you, Francisca. The arc of moral justice is long, but it bends toward justice. Francisca, what is tomorrow? ¿Qué es mañana, si nos puede decir? It is the beautiful Cesar Chavez Day. And what a way to start celebrating the week with a victory for our community. Miss Francisca running for city council. As you can see the picture over there. I don't have your link memorized, but you can drop it down for us. Francisca, por favor, por favor. Gloria a Dios, algo bonito, positivo en medio de esta gran situación que vive el país, el mundo entero. Eso es completamente correcto y ya en español. Como siempre, ponga comentarios ahí abajo en inglés y español si quieren. Ganamos hoy el Corte Supremo de Estados Unidos Es un caso que hemos peleado por 4 o 5 años ya. La familia del señor Núñez Díaz vino a nosotros porque fueron engañados, recibieron mentiras completamente al 100% de los abogados y asociados. Y si usted quiere hablar con el señor del dueño de ahí para decirle, no hay problema conmigo, con gusto yo hablo con él y decirle a su cara que yo estoy cansado de ellas engañar a nuestra comunidad y tratarnos como somos dinero nada más y no nos da la atención necesaria en nuestros casos. Ahí pusimos un argumento en el Corte Superior diciendo que dieron mentiras a nuestro cliente. Tuvimos una audiencia con el juez estaba de acuerdo con nosotros. Después que escuchar a mi cliente por video en México, su familia y el abogado que representó durante el proceso, ellos ganaron nada en el Corte Superior, pero apelaron a la Corte de Apelación. Nosotros ganamos en Corte de Apelación y ellos apelaron al Estado de Arizona, la Corte Suprema, diciendo que indocumentados no tienen derecho a atención bien en sus casos penales porque de todos modos van a ser deportados al fin de día. Nosotros ganamos en el Corte Suprema del Estado de Arizona. Pusimos el foto del día cuando estaba ahí con toda la familia. Aquí está la abogada Juliana, Karina, la hermana y Ron de nuestra oficina, el papá, el mamá, la hermana, la hermosa doctora Maldonado. Eso fue el día que mandamos mucha de nuestra comunidad al Corte Suprema para escuchar los argumentos y nosotros ganamos 100% ahí. Y cuando ganamos no era el fin de día, ellos apelaron al Corte Suprema de los Estados Unidos diciendo que no debe ganar en caso un inmigrante cuando recibe mala asistencia porque de todos modos va a ser deportados. Hoy anunció no el caso de DACA, la Corte Suprema, pero anunció diciendo denied, negado la petición del Estado de Arizona. Nuestros trabajadores que trabajan por nosotros, poniendo ese argumento del Corte Suprema, que no están de acuerdo. Que todos modos, una persona que recibió mala asistencia en su caso penal, que resultó en algo negativo en su caso de migración, puede pedir al Corte Penal de reabrir el caso para que reciba una defensa que ellos lo merezcan. Amazing, amazing victory. We're so very happy. Thank you everybody for chiming in. Francisca got it there. Montoya for Phoenix.com. Myrtle made her day. Get you up here, Myrtle. Thank you so much. I mean, what a way to start off our Monday. We were all on pins and needles saying, what's going to happen with DACA? Is it going to come out today? And we get this in my email. There's a new notification on your case. Went there and found that, and that was a great, great Monday to start. Dios le bendiga siempre. Muchísimas gracias a usted y su familia también. Para nosotros en mi oficina, tuve el placer de hablar con ellas hoy en la mañana diciendo la misma cosa. Cuando vino la familia en nuestra oficina, no había una señal ahí que dijo, vamos a ir al Corte Suprema. No había nada que dijo, este caso lo puedo usar para beneficiar a toda la comunidad. Es un caso normal que pasa todos los días en nuestra comunidad. Pero nosotros dijimos, ya estamos cansados de eso, vamos a pelear hasta que parece muy difícil a ganar, porque nuestra comunidad merece una defensa, nuestra comunidad merece poner la luz en lo que está haciendo este despacho malo de abogados, y vamos a hacer todo lo que nosotros podemos. Si ganamos o no ganamos, amanecimos cada día para luchar. Y hacemos la misma cosa hoy en día. Todos los casos que estamos representando, todas las personas que nos están marcando, no digamos cómo podemos ganar dinero para nuestras bolsas y ya se acabó todo. Queremos decir en qué manera podemos representar a esas personas que están pasando por algo muy difícil en sus vidas, para hacer mejor la vida de ellos y mejor la vida para toda nuestra comunidad. Y si dura años para ganar, de todos modos pongamos nuestros esfuerzos 100% cada día. Muy orgulloso ya tener un equipo más grande que peleamos los casos de accidentes, daños personales, porque la compañía de seguranzas no quieren pagar. Seguimos en el ramos de penal y de migración. Ahorita estamos enfocando en toda la injusticia que está haciendo en el proceso de deportación, y hay más cosas que vienen pronto, a lo mejor esta semana. No paramos porque hay una crisis en el mundo, nosotros seguimos representando todavía para nuestra comunidad y es un gran honor a tener una chance de hacer eso. Oh my goodness, who do we have here? None other than the legend. El señor Danny Ortega es la persona más increíble en todo el estado de Arizona que ha peleado por los derechos de nuestra comunidad por tantos años. Mucho thank yous, Danny, for your wonderful words. You know how much they mean to Angeles and our entire office. Thank you very much. An amazing warrior for justice. If you don't, you know Danny. I would say you don't know Danny, go follow him. You know Danny already. Just an amazing human being who introduced my wife and I. Did you know that? And our youngest son is named Stokely Daniel after the great Danny Ortega. Thank you for the shout out, Danny. Really appreciate it. And hope everything is well with you and the family. Miguel Cornejo. Claro que sí, Miguel. Es importante que toda la comunidad sabe que no debe ser engañados por los abogados que nada más quieren su dinero, que tiene derechos y debe seguir peleando. Muchísimas gracias por su presencia. ¿Y qué dice? Gracias, muchísimas gracias. Alicia Mora, algo muy común. Así me sentí yo con tratarlos y su representación. En mi caso me ayudó de nada. Yo estaba tan cansado de escuchar estas palabras tantas veces, por eso decidimos a tomar el caso de Héctor para poner a luz lo que está haciendo ese despacho de abogados en contra de nuestra comunidad. Hay muchas personas como de usted que ha sufrido de ellos, pero ya eso va a parar también. Por eso seguimos creciendo. Yo muy a gusto, trabajando solo, yo y mi esposa, un asistente, bien a gustos. Pero escuché cada día personas diciendo abogado, me dijeron fraude, me dijeron eso, no pasó, tomaron mi dinero, no presentó en corte, etcétera. Decimos, pues tenemos que crecer para que nuestro gobierno tiene un despacho de confianza donde puede ir a recibir un buen defensa. No voy a decir mentiras que ganamos todos los casos, siempre 100% hemos ganado teniendo gente no en prisión o no deportando. No, tomamos casos muy difíciles, pero lo que damos la promesa es pelear muy duro, una defensa más duro que nosotros podemos. And thank you, Paul. Really appreciate it for your kind words, my brother. Hope you and the family are doing well. Y es todo, comunidad. Muchísimas gracias por estar aquí con nosotros. Otra vez, la importante cosa para recordar, si recibió mal aviso por parte de un abogado, si tiene papeles o no tiene papeles, su abogado tiene que explicar las consecuencias en el proceso de migración. Si no entendió bien y era fácil para que ellos dar esa respuesta a usted, puede ser que usted recibió mala asistencia de esos abogados y debe buscar si hay remedio. Muchísimas gracias, comunidad, que tiene muy excelente día y aquí nos vemos pronto.